Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is finally going to be my August makeup roundup, so I will be reviewing every single product, makeup, beauty item that I have been reviewing over the course of the last month or so. I do have kind of like a random mix of products. I have also some nail polishes by Gabriel Cosmetics. I think I have 5 different shades in there that I've been testing out. I have the new Clarins Shimmer Lip Oils, the iconic London bronzer, a bunch of e.l.f. products, some Give Me Lala Beauty for any Vanderpump Rules fans out there, and a couple of other products. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts in my review, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, so I want to start with PR products first. I did receive 2 products via Octoly this month, one of them being a nail polish set from Gabriel Cosmetics, and I love nail polish for one. I just love painting my nails. So it's this set of 5 shades, which I thought were really beautiful and fitting for the fall time. I currently have this shade right here, which is in Desert Rose, on my toenails, and I think it's a really, really pretty shade for this time of year. I recently was wearing Horizon on my nails, and I loved this shade, and now I currently have Mirage on my fingernails right now. So I've been testing these out, like I said, for the last couple of weeks. They did also send a base coat and a top coat, and I will say I am a fan of the formula. My only complaint is I don't love the actual brush. I've gotten so used to my like Essie brushes that I feel like this just takes a little bit longer for me to coat the nails. I usually do the base coat and then I go in with 2 coats of my color, and then I go in with a top coat. So it's a whole process. It takes me forever to paint my nails, always, I swear. I'm really excited to try this shade next on my nails, this beautiful neutral shade in the shade Mojave. But I think just such a fun collection for the fall. These will be linked below in case you're interested in checking these out. But I do find that these, so where I work, it's very easy for me to chip my nails very quickly, but I do find that these don't chip quite as quickly as some of my other polishes that I've tried. I don't find that they chip right away. So I think that they have, a good lasting power, and I've been really impressed with these ones. And then the other product that was sent over through Octoly was the entire Clarins lip oil, shimmer lip oil range, which I was so freaking excited about. I will say I probably would have been more excited if it was the original Clarins lip oil. I am obsessed with the original Clarins lip oil. I know it's expensive, but I don't think I've found another lip oil that I like quite as much as the Clarins one. I am on a lip product no buy at the current time being, but I do plan to pick up at least 1 or 2 Clarins lip oils when my lip product no buy is up. So these are what these look like, and I will say there are some really interesting shades. For example, this silver one, like I don't know about that, because these are pretty pigmented. They're pretty opaque and pigmented. So they do come off as like super intense on the lips, and I will say I don't love these as much as I do love the original Clarins lip oil, because these do have a little bit of grit to them, being that they are a shimmery product. It's not super gritty. Like some of the Fenty gloss bombs that actually are glittery, I feel like are grittier than this. It's still smooth, but you can like kind of feel the shimmer still. My favorite shades from this range are Coral Pop, which is this right here, as well as Pink Lady. These are intense on the lips. They're not like a sheer wash of color like a lot of lip oils. They are really comfortable, and I think if you're looking for like a pop on the lips but you still want the comfort of a lip oil, these are a really great option. I will say that the doe foot applicator on this is not quite as big and quite as thick as the original lip oil either, if you are familiar, but it still applies really nicely, and I'm really excited to have these and continue to wear these. Would recommend the original over the shimmer, but if you want like this would be fun for like a night out, but still have like the comfort of a lip oil, but like the pop of a cute gloss. I'm a fan of these. Not every color is my favorite, like I said. Like I don't feel like I'll get a ton of use out of this shade either, or this shade in Funky Raspberry. Like I probably just won't get the most use out of these, but the like more fun summer shades, even in the fall winter time. I think I'll get a ton of use out of those. All right, and then I wasn't thinking, but I realized all of my e.l.f. products were actually sent over in PR, which was so generous of e.l.f. So I have quite a few products from their new Electric Mood line to review, and then also their new Big Mood mascara. So we can start with the Big Mood mascara. I do really like this. I wouldn't say it is like an absolute favorite. They actually sent me another package with just their mascara, so I do have 2 of these. It has a really large wand applicator. It kind of reminds me of the Damn Girl mascara from Too Faced. I do like this one, I think, more than the Damn Girl mascara. This does do a really nice job of adding a lot of volume to your lash, but not a lot of length or curl. So if you want volume, I would say you're gonna get that from this, but you're not gonna get the length and curl like you do from some other mascaras. And I do notice that this one flakes on me as I reach the like latter half of my day. It's not in the first few hours by any means, but towards the end of the day, I definitely do notice some flaking with this. Not any sort of transfer, like sometimes I do get transfer on my upper lash or on my like eyelid. I don't notice that with this, just some flaking towards the end of the day. But I would recommend this. I think it's a good price. So if you're looking for an affordable mascara that's going to give you a lot of volume, you will get that from this. And then probably my second favorite product that was sent over are the Electric Mood, what are these? They're like the eye crayons. I have the shade Spotlight as well as Bambolina. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Here is Spotlight, which is just this really beautiful champagne shade. And then here is the other one, which is kind of more of like a taupey brown with still some shimmer. These have such a good lasting power. Even if I take a like makeup remover wipe and run this over it, it will not get it off. You truly do need like a makeup melting sort of product to get this off. So I was really impressed with that, especially considering that these are a drugstore option. And I had been kind of wanting to try a product like this for just more of like a one shadow and done sort of day, or if I'm just looking to wear eye makeup but not necessarily a full face of makeup. And I've really enjoyed these for that purpose. I've also done some smokier eye looks and laid this down as a base and really enjoyed that. And then on days that I'm going in with just like a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, I will lay this down and lay the Super Shock over top, and I've really enjoyed that as well. So I'm a big fan of these. I think that these are worth it. I also have been enjoying the Illuminating Elixir. This isn't something I think like if I finish this and if it was still available, I would repurchase, just because I do notice I do really have to let this sink in before I go over top with other products. Otherwise I can get, it's not even like pilling, it just like settles weird around my forehead. So I have to be really intentional when applying this, but I do think that it's beautiful, and I do think it gives a really beautiful luminous glow. This would be something that would mix really nicely with a foundation that might be a little bit more mattifying. I haven't necessarily tried that, I guess, but I feel like it would be beautiful. But I guess my only concern with that is, would it then settle in the forehead weird? So don't take my word for that. I think this is pretty. I'm going to continue to use it, but it's not something I would repurchase. And honestly, unless you're really craving a product like this, I feel like you could skip this. And then these two products were kind of a bust for me. I wouldn't say, so this is the Sheer Slick. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily a bust. It's just like not my favorite product ever. It is nice and hydrating on the lips. It's really comfortable. It does give a kind of a cute popsicle lip sort of effect, but the packaging just feels a little bit cheap. I know it's drugstore, I know it's e.l.f., which is fine, but it just didn't turn into like something I want to go grab other shades in, or if I finish this, I don't believe I would repurchase. And then the balm, what is this? The hydrating balm. I thought this was terrible. This is so drying on the lips. It like drags on my lips, and it's like really shimmery. I don't know. It doesn't look super shimmery right here, but I just felt like this was not good at all. It has this little heart in the center, and I think like that's the part that's like making it super draggy. I'm gonna put a little bit on. Oh, it just like doesn't even feel comfortable when applying. I did not like this. Would not recommend this. This is not gonna hydrate your lips. You should skip this. Okay, and then I just have a few other products to review. I don't have a ton this month. I was trying to be good about my low buy. My sister is currently subscribed to BoxyCharm, so she did bring me a few things. And I was testing those out, things that she didn't necessarily love, but I did try and be good. So I don't have a ton to review for you guys today, so I apologize for that. But one of the things she got in BoxyCharm that she gifted me was this bronzer from Iconic London, and I gotta say I'm super disappointed in this. I've used this 3 times and I think this is gonna go straight to my declutter pile just because I don't feel like this offers any sort of pigmentation at all. It's not even really like a buildable bronzer in my opinion. It just does not show up. It doesn't feel nice at all. It's like super dry, not creamy. It's just not, it's not it for me. I do have mine in the shade medium bronze, which I thought would be like really nice, especially for when I have like a self tan. I thought medium bronze would be better than a light bronze. This just does not show up. I do not think this is a good product. As I'm looking at this, I'm already seeing a little bit of hard pan, and I would not recommend this. Another bronzer. This is something that I hauled last month, I believe. This is from Jaclyn Cosmetics. It was part of her summer collection. I know that there was like a restock of this. They also brought it onto the Morphe website. I don't know if you can get this anymore. I do know she has said that she plans to make cream bronzers a part of her permanent line. But this is in the shade Toasty, which was one of the deeper shades. And I will say this is a really buildable formula. You can really sheer this out. I probably should have gone down at least 1 shade, especially considering I will be getting a little bit more fair now that we're reaching the fall winter. But if I go in with a really light hand, I really can sheer this out, but I also can build this up. So it does have a really nice amount of flexibility in that it can be sheared out or built up. So I do really like that. I do think it is really nice and blendable. I've enjoyed this, so I'm a fan and I am not mad that I purchased this. 2 more products that my sister gifted me. I have 2 lip products from Give Them Lala Beauty. I am obsessed with Vanderpump Rules, so I was really excited to try these out. I have the Cushion Cream Lipstick in the shade Send Nudes, which I will swatch. It is a little bit more of like a warm toned nude shade, which isn't always my favorite. There it is, swatch right there. And then I have the Hydra Gloss in the shade Trippin', which I have in a deeper shade, which I think is gonna actually be so stunning for this time of year. Here it is right here. If you're hearing some background noise, I'm currently doing my laundry and didn't want to stop my washer to film this video, but still wanted to film. My thoughts on these. I think that the cream, what is this? The Cushion Cream Lipstick is terrible. It offers no opacity. Like there is one swipe of a swatch. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera how little opacity this offers, but like I really have to build this up to get it to be pigmented, and even with the lip liner, I don't love it. I also feel like the wear time on this is not good at all. It doesn't really set and stay. Like it sets down, but it just does not stay on my lips. The shade isn't my absolute favorite, but I feel like it's something that I can make work. I'm gonna continue to try and use this. I do not recommend this at all. Now granted, it was part of like the Boxy pop-up, so I don't necessarily know if it was like an old product they're trying to just get rid of. I honestly have no idea, but I just was not a fan of that. The Hydra Gloss, on the other hand, I am a huge fan of this formula. Here it is right here. I think it is stunning. I'll layer this over top of what I have on as well. So over top that e.l.f. lip balm, as well as I have on a Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. It's a really beautiful shade for this time of year as well. It is really nice and hydrating. I don't think it has a great wear time, but not most glosses don't stay on your lips forever, which I'm totally fine with reapplying gloss. It does feel really comfortable, and I am really happy with this. I do really enjoy the shade. So the Hydra Gloss is something I would be interested in exploring more shades from this, but I definitely would skip the liquid lipstick. For a late wedding anniversary gift, my husband actually purchased 2 products from Victoria Beckham Beauty for me, which I was so excited about. He kind of let me pick. It's not like he knew I was interested in trying these, but I did get the bronzing brick, and I got the shade 3, which is the medium bronzing brick, and shade 3 warm sand and contour soul. This is what this looks like. This is so heavy. I was so surprised by the weight of this product. It is so beautiful. It feels so luxurious, and I will say I've been a huge fan of this thus far. It's a little bit interesting in that sometimes I feel like because I have such a big bronzing brush, it's hard for me to only get like this shade or this shade, but I really enjoy both. This is a really beautiful, very neutral shade if I want to contour, if I just want to like bronze but I don't want to be too warm. And then this is a really beautiful warm bronze shade. I've been a huge fan. It is a little bit more powdery than I had expected. I don't know why, but it does have a powdery formula. Still enjoy it. I would recommend this. This is so expensive, but it really, like, you can feel it in the packaging. It's so nice, and I'm very excited to have that. And then I also have this single eyeshadow in the shade Tea Rose, which is so beautiful. Like, so freaking stunning. What is this actually called? The Lid Luster. I had been eyeing this for so long, and this was out of stock on Cult Beauty for a really long time. And then it was in stock, and it felt like a sign, like it was time for me to pick out my wedding anniversary gift. There it is right there. I've worn this a couple of times on my lids. It is kind of like a medium tone shade, but, whoo, I was coughing there. It is more of a medium tone shade, but you can really kind of sheer this out as well. It is so intense and so stunning on the eye. It really is just gonna amp up a look. I am so happy to have this in my collection. I'm definitely interested in exploring the range a little bit further. I don't think they have a ton of shades, and I wanna say this was like 36 bucks, so it's very expensive. Like, obviously, this product is not going to be for everyone. I know I personally don't even reach for this type of product all that often, but I am really happy to have this in my collection. I've heard Victoria Beckham does like a good Black Friday sale, so I maybe would wait to get this on sale rather than pay $36 or upwards of $30. I'm not 100% sure the exact price, but I would maybe try and get it on sale, personally. I just have 3 products left to review. I did pick this setting spray up from Makeup Revolution. This is their Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. I thought this was gonna be like the Morphe Continuous Mist in like an aerosol can, but it's really not. You really just like spray it like you would a normal setting spray, which I'm a little bit disappointed in. I also don't love the scent on this. I don't know what it reminds me of. It, for some reason, is bringing back like a scent memory of me like sitting in a tent getting ready for like a music festival. Like, if you're from Minnesota, like Wee Fest, like Drunken Fest, for some reason this is just like, I love music, I love music festivals. I'm like thinking of like taking a shooter of Fireball and then like getting ready at a music festival. That is what this scent memory brings back for some reason. Don't love the scent on this. I wouldn't say I noticed the biggest difference in like my makeup hold. However, I will say the way that I love to use this, because this says it's an ultra matte finish, which I also don't feel like it's an ultra matte finish, but I do kind of like to use this as a priming makeup spray. So I don't use this as my final makeup setting spray because I do like something that offers a little bit more of a glow, but I will like lay my primer down and then spray my face with this to try and add a little bit more of a hold. I don't honestly know how much of a difference it's making. This is not something I think I would repurchase, although I do like that it's a more cost-effective option and you are getting 5 fluid ounces of product for I think $10 or $15. I am interested in picking up the Milk Hydro Grip again, so I don't feel like I would repurchase this. My expectations were just higher than the product actually performed. I did also pick up the NYX The Brow Glue to test this to see if it was a dupe for the ABH Brow Glue. What is that? You know what I'm talking about? And this is interesting. So for me personally, I think I prefer the ABH. When I pulled this out, it like, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Like do you see there's like it like strings out like rubber cement. Like, you know when you use rubber cement and there's like the like string of glue? I don't know if anyone else knows what I'm talking about. Like, I'm thinking science fair projects circa like 2005. Me like getting that together. 2005 probably would have been old. Anyway, I thought this was gonna be like glue, like rubber cement for my eyebrows, and I just don't find that it is that. Right away, sure, it like shellacks them into place, looks like it's gonna be a super strong hold, but I do find throughout the day, I don't feel like my hold lasts, and I honestly feel like it makes my eyebrows a little bit droopy. I don't know if this is just too heavy for them, but I'll continue to use this. I just don't feel like I would repurchase this. Personally, I would rather spend more and just get the ABH Brow Glue. I'm also interested in trying the new one from Makeup by Mario. So this was just okay. I don't feel like this is worth the hype that it gets. And that's my 2 cents on that. And then the last product that I have to review is the L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. So I got this in a really deep shade because I wanted to use this as a mixer foundation with some of my really light foundations. because I love to self-tan. We've come to realize or come to know on this channel, I just love to self-tan. So I wanted to use this to kind of as a mixer, and I love this as a mixer. It's so good because it is such a serum-y sort of texture. It's super thin and it's just beautiful on the skin. I really want to get this in like my shade that I don't necessarily have to mix, because I think it is so freaking stunning. But every time I go to look for my shade, it's sold out. I can't find it at Target. I just cannot find this anywhere. I have this one in the shade 7-8 Tan Deep. And I usually just use like a really small amount to mix with some of my lighter foundations. This is so beautiful though. I feel like this would be the perfect, like, your skin but better sort of product. Like, light coverage, just it's so beautiful. And if you're looking for a good mixing product, like a shade adjuster sort of product, I feel like this would be a great option, just because again, it is a thinner in texture, mixes beautifully, offers like a little bit of radiance without being dewy. I love this so much. I cannot get enough. Even like, I purposefully was avoiding the foundations that actually like did match me so that I could use this to mix, because I thought it was so freaking stunning. But yeah, that is gonna wrap it up for today's video. I feel like I didn't have a ton to review in this one. I am still trying to like slow it down on the makeup spending and makeup buying, trying to save up for the Sephora VIB sale. But I would love to know if you've recently been testing out any new makeup and what your thoughts are. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.